Hi, I'm Rick Flume, bankruptcy attorney in San Antonio. What we're going over in today's episode is a situation where Mary is recently widowed. She's age 83. Her house is paid off and her budget is such that everything that's coming in is going out. And so this is basically a continuation of our previous episode. And we were asking, hey, what would it be like if somebody recommended a reverse mortgage for her? And so, well, what we want to note before we go into the particulars of that, of how tight that budget is. The reason why she got that $3,500 title loan on that truck is because the budget was so tight in here. It's so tight she doesn't even have room in her budget for homeowners insurance. And so that's going to make it pretty tough for her to qualify for a reverse mortgage if she can't pay for the homeowners insurance. The way a reverse mortgage works is basically it's a loan against your home, and for her she might get $50,000 or $60,000. And then there would be a lien against the house. They can't use that to get her out of the house while she's in it, but once she passes, then the mortgage company would expect that the amount would be paid for. Usually it's paid for by the selling of the home. And so even if she wants to will it to somebody, that's fine. It's just that the house is typically sold to pay off the reverse mortgage. And the reverse mortgage balance would just grow each year that she lives. If they give her $50,000 or $60,000, it's going to be way more than that over time. And so the main thing I have a concern about is that I don't know if she can qualify since she doesn't have room in her budget for homeowners insurance. The best situation where you would use a reverse mortgage is where somebody has a house payment. Let's say Mary had a $500 house payment. With that, she wouldn't be able to pay for that. And so, yes, a reverse mortgage would be helpful to end that. But it's already ended. She doesn't have that. And so the ideal situation for a reverse mortgage, at least in my view, it isn't here in this fact situation. The next best situation is to cover some necessities. What if Mary could get that $50,000 and cover some necessities like, hey, you don't have insurance. The budget is just too tight. She got the $3,500 title loan for a reason. The budget is just too tight. That would be the next best thing. But my concern is that the highest and best use of that thing there? We also want to look at the family situation. Can Mary live on her own without any assistance? If she can, that's different than, let's say, Mary needs help in her day-to-day life. Maybe she has to pay for somebody coming there once every other day, or maybe it's daily that somebody has to come there. And does she have a family member that's coming over? And sometimes I see it where there's a granddaughter that's helping her day in and day out, and she wants to leave the house to the granddaughter. Well, if she gets a reverse mortgage and there's a loan against it, when she passes, the daughter's going to get the house, or the granddaughter's going to get the house, but it's going to come with that reverse mortgage attached to it, and the granddaughter's going to have to basically sell the house to pay it off. Well, that's not the most ideal situation for that. The other thing too, what if Mary's condition changes and say she needs to go into assisted living or a nursing home? Well, it may not cover everything. Well, if she's already given a reverse mortgage and she's not going to be able to get anything out of her house, once she moves out of the house, then it has to be sold. The loan balance would come due if she moves out of the house. And so it might be better to avoid getting a reverse mortgage, waiting until she has a situation where she may need the money. She could sell the house and get a lot more than what she would get with the reverse mortgage, and then she could use that to buy some extras if she happens to be in a nursing home or an assisted living situation there. And so I think it really is a family discussion that needs to take place, and just the most ideal situation where it's used to pay off the house payment. Well, since the house is already paid, the most ideal situation does not exist in this situation here. And so I would be hesitant to recommend a reverse mortgage in this particular situation. But the main thing is it has to be a family discussion, and you got to really know what the family situation is, because each situation is different. So I hope this has been helpful, and hopefully you can use this to guide a family member. Have a great day.